What is Surrealism? Surrealism is a movement that emerged in Europe and was initiated by Andre Breton, who studied psychiatry and a critic. He and his colleagues decided to investigate the subconscious mind and the impact of dream, aided by the influence of Sigmund Freud, an Austrian neurologist. Andre Breton thought that art should show the unconscious mind and dream without the constraint of logic and reason. The movement formally began in the early 1920s, following the publication of Breton's Manifesto of Surrealism in 1924. Surrealism was developed from the earlier Dada movement, which took shape in the late 19th century, and also rejected conventional value, but with an emphasis on creativity and psychological investigation rather than simply rejecting art for art's sake. Style. Surrealism used many techniques and it is not bound to a single style and allows artists to express themselves in whatever way they choose. Some examples include frottage, rubbing texture from a hard surface with graphite or dry media; grattage, scraping paint off the surface of the canvas to reveal underlayers; and automatism, working spontaneously so the subconscious mind emerges without conscious control. With color, artists use what reflects their mood and imagination, and we often associate tones in surrealist work to be a dreamlike or emotional. The composition is unpredictable for the most part, combining elements of the real and the fantastic in a way to create the sensation of the surrealist. Key characteristic. Surrealism traits are clearly evident, such as a dreamlike situation that suggests the subconscious, strange situation that juxtapose unrelated activities, and innovative approaches. That includes the automatic techniques of automatism, frottage, and grattage. A surrealist artwork often challenges what is real and intrigues the interest of the viewer as they explore the mind of the artist. Surrealist artists like Salvador Dali, René Magritte, and Max Ernst have this characteristic in their artwork. Their dreamlike images, surreal setting, and experimental mediums are components of the style of surrealism, all of which incite the viewer to engage in a process of self-reflection and to access their own unconscious. Most importantly, the unique artistic language of each artist illustrates a new artistic identity through surrealism, where personal imagination and interpretation became a part of the experience.
Example of artist. Salvador Dali was a famous Spanish painter born on May 11, 1904 in Figueres, Catalonia, and died on January 23, 1989. He is known as one of the main figures in the Surrealism movement. Dali, known for his highly realistic painting style, but depicts a strange world of dream and imagination. His work often shows strange objects, mysterious symbols, and mythological scenes, which make the viewer think about the hidden meaning in each paint. The Persistence of Memory, 1931. This is one of Salvador Dali's most famous works. The painting, created using oil on canvas, features melting cloud over a strange landscape, illustrating how time becomes distorted in dreams through Dali's surreal imagination. René Magritte was a Belgian surrealist painter. He is known for his ability to combine familiar everyday images with elements of mystery and the bizarre, making his work seem like questionable dreams. Magritte often challenges the way we see the world by creating paintings that made viewers think twice about what is real and what is illusory. The Son of Man, 1964. His work, The Son of Man, 1964, became a famous symbol of surrealism, showing a well-dressed man with a green apple covering his face, symbolizing the elusive nature of human identity.
This slide introduced Max Ernst, a giant of 20th century art. Born in Germany, he became a key player and a true pioneer in the Dada and later the Surrealist movements. It's important to note that Max Ernst was largely self-taught. He used his background in psychology and philosophy to fuel his incredibly experimental approach to art, creating entirely new techniques to express the illogical and the dreamlike. His time in World War I deeply influenced his work, pushing him to create haunting, imaginative, and often unsettling images that reflected the chaos and irrationality he experienced. In essence, Max Ernst used his art to explore the deep corners of the mind, making him one of the most innovative and influential. Finally, let's examine one of Max Ernst's most iconic pieces, The Elephant Syllabus, painted in 1921. This painting is a quintessential example of early Surrealism. The image was unexpectedly inspired by a simple green silo and a boiler tank he had seen. The result is this strange creature that looks like a rhino or an elephant, but constructed from modern machinery and metallic pipes. It's a bizarre and unsettling sight that perfectly captures Ernst's interest in dreams and the subconscious. It also serves as a critical comment on the tension between mankind and technology after the trauma of the World War. Familiar objects are dismantled and reassembled into something completely irrational. This work is one of Surrealism's more important pieces, symbolizing how Max Ernst redefined reality through sheer imagination.
In my opinion, surrealism is a movement I often see it being applied to animated television shows such as Cartoon Network. It encourages artists to think out of the box. One example of a master artist is Giorgio de Chirico with his painting The Song of Love. I love its use of space in here and the unknown object that is contrast to one another. It could either have meaning or he unconsciously drew that what crosses his mind. Maybe a lost connection to his past or a glimpse from his readings. In conclusion, one must not let themselves be trapped inside a box, but rather set their mind free to go beyond the boundaries of imagination and reality.